my name is Gerhard Gschwandtner and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today we have the pleasure of meeting with Bill McDermott. He's the CEO of SAP and he's the author of this wonderful new book called Winner's Dream. Bill, in this book you write about how you bought a deli when you were 16 years old. Can you describe the mindset for winning?
The mindset was pretty simple at the time. I had 3 part-time jobs and I had an opportunity to trade them in for 1 full-time job. When I had the opportunity presented to me to buy the store, I didn't have any money. But winner's dream. And the circumstances you're in can never supersede the size of your dream. I figured, why not? I can find a way. And actually, by getting folks to give me consigned goods, getting people to believe in me and allowing me to sign the lease on the building, I was able to come up with a plan to buy the business for $5,500 in notes, $7,000 with interest. Pay me back in 12 months, it's yours. You don't, I take all your hard work away from you. That's all the motivation I needed to get up every day and win.
How did you think about segmenting the customer base?
It's pretty simple. I made some mistakes early on. I thought if I could have a loss leader like low-cost milk, I'd draw everybody in. But my competitors quickly caught on. And they were bigger and they had deeper pockets and more reach, so they just made it a lower price than mine. And what's crazy about discounting, and I say this in Winner's Dream, discounting is the loser's escape hatch. And what I learned is if you're competing only on price, they'll come in and buy the lowest price good and then they'll walk out. So I realized quickly I had to compete on service and I had to figure out who my customers were, who were my base. So I realized what my competition was doing, but also what they weren't doing. And I focused on what they weren't doing, either because they didn't want to or they couldn't. So for example, neither one of my big competitors on either side of my store delivered. And I learned quickly that there was a senior citizen complex a block and a half away from my store, and they preferred to get delivery. We deliver. I learned on Fridays, blue-collar workers like my dad would walk in with jeans and a t-shirt flush with their paycheck, and they were rich on Friday. But when I'd see them again on Sunday morning, they were broke. We give them credit. Nobody else did that. And then I had to get to that high school kid a block and a half away, right next to my biggest competitor, and I had to get them to walk past my competition to my store. And I see them one day, lined up 40 at a time outside the store and only 4 inside the store. And I asked someone, why is there only 4 in such a big store? And they said, well, they think we're going to take things. I said, oh, why don't you all come with me? So I took them down to my store, 40 at a time. I built a little video game room for them, treated them with dignity and respect, and gave them some good food. And lo and behold, one day I'm standing in the store, and one of those young kids said to me, Bill, when we want good food, play some video games, and be treated with respect, we come to your store. And when we want to steal stuff, we go to 7-Eleven. So know your customer and treat them with dignity and respect, and it'll come back to you every time.
Bill, how did you transfer those lessons that you learned at the deli when you started your job with Xerox selling copy machines?
Well, the first thing is to have a natural empathy and a curiosity about your customer and what they're trying to get done. They hired you to get a job done. And by listening to them and asking them thoughtful questions about what it is they're trying to achieve and the obstacles that are standing in their way, you learn quickly that they'll tell you. And once they tell you their story and what they're trying to get done, you become a very, very well-informed, trusted innovator. And you can start to think creatively with them on the possibilities, not just to solve their problem, but also to help them win. And that's when deals are done.
Awesome. Thank you.
Gerhard.